What's going on, everybody? This is Bobby Mack coming to you from the Huevos Ketchup podcast. Before we get started on today's podcast, you want to get a badass tattoo at a badass price? Go see the folks over at Electric Panther Tattoo and at Rose of Texas Tattoo here in San Antonio, Texas. Best artists, best prices. This shit is legit. Tell them Bobby sent you. Now let's start the show. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bobby Mack. Just want to let you guys know that due to time restraints, this podcast was cut a little short today. So we're going to also have Frankie Danger back on our podcast to continue this conversation and others. Thanks for listening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is Bobby Mack from the Huevos Ketchup podcast. We got Ray here, and today, we got Frankie fucking Danger in the house today. God damn it, Frankie Danger was the lead singer for a local punk band called Drink Fight Thugs. He's got a new band. What's the new band's name again?
Otto, Erotic, and the Asphyxiations.
God damn it, I love that name, dude. Just something about getting choked. I don't know. I love it. I fucking love it.
Well, you got to do it yourself if you want it done best.
Yeah, that's true. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. But so you were in the band Drink Fight Thugs.
Yes.
I fucking loved that punk band. So
thank you.
If any listeners out there, if you're into real punk music, you got to go to YouTube. Anywhere else that
you can find them on YouTube. I believe we have a fan page. Drink Fight Thugs fan page on Facebook, and then I think the band is actually on there too. So.
Okay, badass. So yeah, you guys get a chance, you gotta check them out if you love fucking punk music. So I've been a fan, and it's so funny because I had been a fan of Drink Fight Thugs for a long time, and then when I started doing stand-up, I ran into you.
That's true.
I ran into you, started doing stand-up, and I thought, it's the lead singer from Drink Fight Thugs. What the fuck, dude? I'm like, this is so cool. And then you and I hit it off really good, man, and like, I know we don't get to see each other a lot, but you've always been a good buddy of mine. Dude.
Yeah,
So what was it like? How did you get started with that band? Like, can you walk us through like kind of the genesis of everything and how it went?
Yeah, actually, from what I can remember, alcohol is
my brain.
I get it. That was a lot of weed to go to. So back in like 1999, I was starting to come around in the punk scene because I was working a lot. And
I'm sorry, are you the vocalist or
I'm the vocalist and
songwriter,
primary songwriter.
Okay.
We kind of switched off between myself and the drummer for writing. But I remember in 1999, I was just starting to hang out in the scene, give or take. Yeah, a little bit before that, but I was starting to learn who these people were and who was in bands and who weren't in bands. And I said, you know what, I'd always wanted shit from when I was like 15, 16, wanted to start a band. Back when I was 15 or 16, it was when I was starting to get into punk, but also alternative rock was really big.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah, like Pearl Jam. I was the hugest Nirvana fan.
Dude.
Which, not so much anymore because I go back and I listen to it and I go, God damn, that was so horrible.
Exactly, that's why I can't stand it. But he likes it.
Why did no songs in the 1990s rock and roll scene make any fucking sense?
Do you know what? And it's so funny you say that because I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but if you actually listen to their lyrics...
Can't stand them.
Oh, yeah, Under the Bridge, dude.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean, it took me a better part of a decade to figure out that he's actually not finishing his sentence when he's like, sometimes I feel like my only friend... And then he starts another sentence. Is the city I live in the city I live of angels? Maybe it's a dramatic pause. I don't fucking know. I'm not Anthony Kiedis.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, but heroin's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it is.
Do it to you.
It fucking is, dude. God damn it. That's so okay. So then you start. So then you start up this band, right?
Yeah, I met a couple guys. One of my best friends, Tony. He played guitar, and I just. Throughout the scene, just asking around, him and I would ask people, hey, we're looking to start a band. Do you want to start a band? And eventually we got enough people to say yes. And the actual full lineup that you guys hear on the CDs, when you listen to them on YouTube, actually took about 6 months to a year to get the full 5 people in the band. Mm-hmm. And we started playing practicing in 99, late part of 99, early part of 2000. Our first show was October 21st of 2000. And I remember the lineup, and unfortunately, only 2 bands are around. So it was Downfall of a Generation, Such Is Life, Razor Burn, us, Drink Fight Thugs, and then finally a band from Houston called The Hates, and they've been around since 1978.
Yeah. Dude, I can and you know, it's so funny. Like The Hates, I was also a huge fan of The Hates. Like I was just like,
they're really good.
They're fucking badass.
Like I don't understand the whole they adopted the. At least for this particular show back in 2000, they had a whole bunch of shirts with the Kool-Aid Man on them.
You know,
I never understood why.
No, but you know what? It's fucking punk.
Yeah, we can do whatever.
You just do whatever you want.
But yeah, and that was it. I was in the band from its inception in '99 until early 2004, and got out of the band actually because I got married, and we were just about to go on a little 2-week North American tour. I think it was the Midwest and West Coast. And I didn't want to be, telling my brand new wife,
hey, I gotta go on the road.
I'll see you in 3 weeks, bitch.
Because I'm going to go do some coke and hook up with some hookers and, just...
How old were you again?
How old was I? Oh shit! When I started the band or when I left the band?
Well, around
from 23 to 27. I got out of the band when I was 20, right before I turned 27.
Dude, those are your fucking years, man.
I know those are my fucking years.
Jeez, and then you got married?
And then I got married, and then thankfully got divorced in 2008.
2 sentences later, thankfully.
Thankfully, yes. Seriously. Shit. I mean, had I looked back and. Had I looked back in retrospect and said, "Oh shit, this is maybe not a good thing. I shouldn't get married."
I think that's all of it. Well, not the marriage part, but anything.
Yeah.
Some.
Yeah.
I mean, but I look back at it and I had so many people. Now that I'm hanging out in the scene again, I got so many people that are like, "Man, you need to get back into Drink Fight Thugs," and I keep telling them, I said, "Look, to me, I that's one. Once I left that band, save for a couple of one shots here and there over the years, I had to close that musical chapter on my life. A lot of the songs that we wrote about in Drink Fight, a lot of drinking, a lot of rioting, which I still write about that shit, even though I don't really drink that much anymore. But yeah, I still write about all that shit. But just to me, it felt like that particular chapter musically in my life had closed. Now, the new band that I'm starting, it's still another punk band, still just as fast as Drink Fight Thugs are.
Are any of the people from Drink Fight Thugs in with the new?
Yeah, actually, one of my old guitarists, his name's Joseph, but we call him Buddha. I've only knew his name 2 or 3 years after I started hanging out with him. I've always known him as Buddha. I've always called him Buddha. I think I've maybe called him Joseph once or twice in his life.
Dude, you know what's so fucked up?
I've known him fucking 15 years.
There was this dude in high school. Everybody called him Queef.
I think you told me.
Queef. Okay, so his name was. So I didn't know his name. I didn't know his name was Chris. Okay, but the thing is that Chris had one of those almost like an Elmer Fudd accent. He had that Wascoey Wabbit type thing.
Oh yeah, I know.
So then when you ask this motherfucker his name,
Quiz.
Yeah, his name was Quiz, and then somebody would say, "What, Queef?" And then and dude, I used to hang out with this dude. I went to his house, right? Dude, I even dated his sister, everything, dude. And I didn't know the dude's name was Chris until 2 years after.
Yeah, that's.
So what would you call him?
I just called him Queef.
Did you know what that was?
At the time in high school, no, I didn't know what a queef was. I mean, now I'm fully aware.
He never hey, cut it out or.
No, he never said. He never
corrected you.
He never corrected me. He never corrected anybody. He never once said, "Hey, look, I know he wasn't look, you can call me Queef, that's fine, but my name's Chris." He just never said anything.
I would have said
something. No, I mean, I get what you're saying. I've been going. My real name, my given name is, and my birth name's Frank, but I've been going by Frankie for the last fucking 15, 20 years almost. And that's one thing that annoys the shit out of me. With the exception of my family, my mom will call me on this one day. She called me out on that shit one day. I was like, I really don't like when people call me Frank when I tell them my name is Frankie. That's like saying, "Oh, hey, my name's Jim. James, good to meet you." Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, my name is Jim. Did I not just tell you my name is fucking Jim?
No, yeah. No, I get that. No, I get that all the time. Like
I can't call him Robert like everybody else does. I can't
I always call you Bobby.
Yeah. But that's and it's funny because like that's how
I know your name.
Yeah.
But I always call you Bobby.
Yeah, that's and you know what's so funny is that people called me Rob for my entire life.
Okay.
Up until I was at Pet Boys. I used to work at Pet Boys. I used to turn tires and change oil. There was a Robert and a Rob already working there. And so then they said, okay, well, we're just calling you Bob. And I said, you know what? We're not going to do that. No. So you know what? You can just call me Bobby. That's fine. Okay?
The part about nicknames is that you can never really, you can't give yourself a nickname. Like, for example, Roland, my drummer, my first drummer in my band. He wanted to call himself, back in the day, he wanted to call himself Ducky, like Ducky from Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we're like, wait a minute, man, you can't fucking call yourself what you want. That's not how you get a nickname. No. You get a nickname, nicknames are always given to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's been bestowed on you that you are Ducky.
Exactly.
Your name is Queef. That's just
exactly.
It's how it goes.
Well, I can give you, like, into my more family-oriented brothers and sisters in the punk rock scene, they know me by a very fucked up name, and that's Faggot Frank. Okay, so now that I, in my older years, now that I've gotten older and stuff, like my confidence, like I know that I'm a decent looking dude, but back in the day, I thought I was like a troll. So I never really talked to a lot of women. And so one night at a party, I'm just hanging out outside smoking a cigarette. And my boy Tony calls me in. He's like, come here, Frank. I was like, what's up? He goes, hey, dude, I got a question. You a faggot? He goes, I'm not going to be mad. He goes, but you a faggot? You gay? And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. No. This is before I told anybody that I was bisexual, which I came out, 2019? It came out like 7 years ago? So it was before I did comedy.
Yeah, because when I met you, I remember you had told me that was in 2003?
No. 2013?
2013.
I was like, you known him that long?
No.
Sorry.
You didn't get No. You just like that when you said that. I was like, fuck, did I know Frank that long? Jesus Christ.
I was like, I thought you were still in high school.
Frankie for 15 fucking years. God, 16 years. God damn.
Y'all had the same teacher and everything.
You went to Lanier? I went to Lanier.
What? Wait a minute. I'm Faggot Bobby. What are you talking about?
No wonder we like
No, there you go. Exactly. God damn it.
But yeah, 2003.
But yeah, nobody can like. I mean, little did they know that I'm kind of partially gay. But yeah, like you can't fucking come up with your own nickname. Yeah. I mean, it's different if you're like playing on your own name, like you said. Bobby. I use Frankie.
Yeah.
I mean, Frankie's not my given name. So.
Pinche Bobby, that's you.
Right, Pinche Bobby. That's
fucking
cool.
Bobby.
Yeah, fucking. You know what? That's really what I know. A lot of people have called me fucking Bobby. But so what I want to talk about real quick is okay. Yeah. So I want to preface this next segment with I got to meet Henry Rollins.
Oh, nice.
Back in October on my birthday.
Badass.
The guest we had here last time on the part 2 of our vegan segment.
Okay.
Scott Dunlap. Him and I went down to Houston and got to see Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
Speak spoken word. Fucking phenomenal.
I can imagine.
I got to meet him. I took pictures with him. I got to talk to him. Sweetest guy I've ever met. Right. And of course, if you know the Rollins Band or Black Flag, mm-hmm. if you don't know Henry Rollins at all, you look at this guy and you think, motherfucker, he's gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's and then when you meet him, he's probably one of the most. And again, like I'm not using this term loosely at all. He's one of the most articulate, sweetest guys I've ever met. But he also talked about during his little, I shouldn't say little because it was like almost 3 hour long talk.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It was, but you know what? It was fully engaging the entire time. Like it was fucking awesome.
It wasn't just like a lecture.
No, hell no, dude. It was fucking awesome. Like I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. But one of the things that he talks about, and what a lot of people don't know, is the psychotic punk scene, when you're at a punk show, and if you've never been to like a real punk, I'm not talking like Green Day, because faggot Ray over here.
Oh no, I don't even like Green Day. That's you.
No,
you like Green Day.
Good Charlotte.
No,
I would just like to let everybody know who's listening at home that we are all not homophobes. We all actually have in over time received the name faggots.
So you just got yours today because you like Good Charlotte and shit.
Okay, hold on, because don't dab too much in it, because I have a question for Frankie, but keep going.
All right. So, but can you talk? Can you also walk us through what
fucking Bobby?
There you go, fucking Bobby. What a typical or a typical show would be like while you're performing, because again, like I've been to punk shows, and they've been fucking psychotic.
Some of them are, some of them are boring as hell, but most of them are pretty fucking off the hook.
Yeah, like I've seen with my own eyes. I've seen people fucking at a punk show. I've seen people fighting. Like I'm not talking like this dance fight or mosh type fight.
No, like actual
actual fighting with whatever they can grab their hands on next to them. I've seen bottles and mugs broken over people's heads. I've seen crazy shit at punk shows. Walk us through a night, though, Frankie.
An eventful night.
An eventful night. So, normally, so for the first, little while when we started playing, getting notoriety, I was really nervous. Then that fell by the wayside. My stage fright went by the wayside real quick, and we started playing these bigger shows. One show, as a matter of fact, I'm glad you guys brought this up, because one show that I can remember that we had the absolute best crowd ever. It was my top shelf favorite moment from any punk show. Back in 2002, I believe, the punk band Dead Kennedys, minus Jello Biafra, they had reformed, and they actually reformed with singer Brandon Cruz from this other band named Dr. No. For those who are old TV fans, he was actually on The Courtship of Eddie's Father with Bill Bixby back in the day.
Yeah.
He was the kid. Anyway, when you're attending a punk show and you're playing a punk show, it's two kind of different things. It's two different kinds of, I guess, madness, you could say. Two different kinds of energy, because when we got on stage, when we played with Dead Kennedys, every band was just on, all night. And that was, to me, that was my favorite show, because there was a shitload of, epiphany moments, things that happened, serendipitous moments, rather, epiphany moments. But just to see, it's one thing to be down on the floor, throwing elbows with your friends and dancing around in a circle while everybody's bumping into each other, slam dancing. But to be on stage, holy shit, man. Most of the time, I take my glasses off when I perform, because I don't want them falling off. Because I'm kind of animated when I'm up on stage. Mm-hmm. And just to see the crowd, you're up there and you're taking music that you and however many other people who are in your band poured their heart and soul into. And it doesn't matter if the songs are shitty or not. I used to hate on bands for being shitty, but it doesn't matter. They're up there giving their heart and soul.
Yeah.
And sometimes other emotions, but you're up there and you're playing this music for these kids. And it could be 10 kids, it could be 1,000 kids. It doesn't matter. And they're just, and you see them slamming into each other and punching each other in the face, because your music is making them have that, not aggression. I say aggression, but it's not aggression.
But it's almost like that transcendent emotion.
Yeah, there you go.
That they get from just like you said, taking something that you created, and it's it's almost like, do you remember when you were, a kid and you bring mom and dad or whoever, you bring them that little finger painting you did?
Yeah.
And you do this, and they're like, oh my God, this is going on the fridge. And you're like, my God, this is the shit. This is awesome.
And it's always one of those pictures where the sun is so large that it looks like you'll just die.
Yeah.
Because it's so large.
It's so close to the earth.
What are we on? What's the goddamn name of the planet that Luke and his Aunt Beru live on? The one with the three
Tatooine.
suns. There you go.
Is it Tatooine?
I think it's Tatooine. The one with the three suns.
Something like that.
I think one of the fucking suns is so close to him.
No, but yeah, that has to be such a surreal feeling, man.
It's seriously, it's definitely an adrenaline rush.
That's badass. And then you had a question, right?
Well, were you finished with that event thing? Or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, it's just amazing to just to see like your work getting notoriety, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if it's just as small as like kids dancing around at a show, it's just fucking awesome.
Yeah. Badass.
What I wanted to ask you about was to play off what he was saying about the Green Day.
Yeah.
He likes Green Day. I probably like much worse bands, but the Green Day is his. I mean, I like I like three songs from Green Day. Bands. I like three songs.
It was a good album.
Dookie was good.
Okay, yeah.
Dookie was good. I like, personally, I'll catch hell from people who like older Green Day shit, but I thought Dookie was like one of their best albums.
No, but I'm telling you, like American Idiot, Boulevard.
I stopped liking him after that.
The whole thing that I've heard probably since like the early 2000s, how the pop punk or so do you feel like that shouldn't be in the same mix with your kind of category?
Oh no, I listen to a lot of pop punk actually. I'm pretty open minded about music. See, okay, there are a lot of punk rockers, and this is not in just our scene. Just like there are more people who are open minded about music as far as that listen to punk. But there are a lot of punk rockers who like gatekeep. They like say, "Oh, you can't listen to that. That's not punk. You can't listen to that. That's not punk. You can't dress like that. That's not punk." So fucking punk rock isn't about the standards that are set towards you. There's no standard. There's no standard for how you should look. There's no standard for how you should act. There's no standard even for the music. The best way I could put it in a good analogy is, y'all remember the movie Return of the Living Dead?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember how there's all these that one dude is like, this isn't a fucking costume, it's a way of life. Suicide. First guy to die.
Yeah.
Well, there's also this new wave guy who wears a suit. There's a black guy who dresses like any hip hop guy would dress in the 80s. There's like this quintessential clean chick. They're all the same. They all listen to the same music in that movie. There's no blueprint. Like a lot of people think that there's a blueprint, but there's not. And pop punk's no different. It's just a different, lighter sounding aggression.
Yeah, see, because when I was growing up or as a teenager, I didn't know anything about punk. Yeah. So what punk was to me, and here I go, was Good Charlotte, Blink-182, Newfound Glory, Sum 41, bands like that. But I think it was probably more because that's what was on MTV at the time.
It could be a case. I mean, yeah, if it was the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that was on MTV.
Or maybe late 2000s, yeah. But
maybe late 90s, early 2000s. Like, if you like that stuff and you still like I still lump it in as punk. There's a bunch of good punk out there that's pop punk. Like NoFX is pop punk. They call them skate rock. There's so many goddamn subgenres. It's not even funny. It's fucking sad, but it is. It should just be pop punk. There's pop punk. There's skate punk. There's old school punk, which is just fucking punk. It's all the same.
Yeah, it is. And it's funny because I always get into that debate with people that listen to metal because I fucking love metal. And I love metal. I do. But again, like you run into these people that are like, well, it's black metal. There's death metal. There's
and unfortunately, I have to categorize it too because a lot of my metal friends categorize all.
Yeah,
this shit.
it's like you. There's there's like so many different, like you're saying, so many different subgenres. Like, why can't it just be metal?
Exactly.
Like, why can't it just be metal? But no, it's like, again, like, oh, well, they're from Norway, so it's speed
Norwegian
metal. Yeah.
Metal.
Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on. No, because you give me shit when A Day to Remember, when I played that song, Downfall of Us All, you were like, oh, this is badass. The first 10 seconds.
No. So we're gonna have to go with the labels thing here. They're what, emo, right?
I mean, I've never considered them emo because they have like maybe 2 handful of songs that can be categorized maybe like a pop emo thing, but the rest of it's kind of
so this is what this motherfucker does to me, right? Because he knows I love metal and I love like these riffs. You know, I love all these like different kind of things. And then like,
Hold on, let everybody know what the noise is. Like you did the last show, that it was tipsy.
okay, yeah. So my dog Tipsy's here again, and she's all
another
over.
guest.
Yeah,
She's making out with me.
faggot Tipsy. That's how she is.
Get down.
Get off the table, goddamn it. Anyway, but no, fuck was I saying?
Give her a treat real
Metal.
quick.
Metal, yeah. So metal. So, fuck was I saying about metal? I mean, we're gonna edit all this anyway.
No, that's fine.
I'm leaving it in there.
The what?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Okay. So anyway, what this motherfucker does to me, okay? What Ray does to me, since he knows I love metal and I love these breakdowns, I love these riffs. He plays this song for me, and it starts out just fucking. I just. And I'm just like, oh my god, like this is so bad because again, like I'm tired of listening to Good Charlotte and all this stuff.
Hold on, this is coming from the guy that likes Nickelback.
Oh, I do not like Nickelback. That is some fucking horse shit. I do not like Nickelback. The worst I've ever gotten was
Don't you like also Hoobastank?
No, I don't like Hoobastank. Oh no, you're full of shit.
Whatever.
The only one I like is
hold on. No, you know what? He makes fun of me for Simple Plan, but he likes that song perfect.
I don't like
you're
that song.
Damn lie.
That's the song
It's
that I
in your
sing when I
phone.
make fun of you.
It's in your phone. That means you.
Okay.
It's permanent.
Well, fuck both of you because, like I was saying, goddamn it, was that he played this fucking badass breakdown at the beginning of the song, and I'm like, oh, it's just fucking badass. And then all of a sudden, this is like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself because my daddy doesn't love me.
He's full of
Jesus
shit.
fucking Christ, dude.
It was not.
It's funny that you brought up like I'm gonna kill myself. Like we were talking about labels inside heavy metal. That's why I said I've grown to really, really like a style of black metal called depressive suicidal black metal. I'm not suicidal. I'm depressive, but not suicidal. But this shit is like, I don't know, it's some of the worst music I've ever heard, but I really, really love it.
That's good.
It's like really slow black metal, but they just talk about like killing themselves.
Fuck.
It's sad because none of these bands last very long, which is I guess
which you know
par for the course.
You know, yeah, pretty much.
Maybe they'll kill themselves. I think.
You know what? They do some fucked up shit because I can't remember the band I can't remember the name to save my life. Maybe you might. There was I think it was like a Norwegian band or something like that. It's somebody, and one of their band members shot himself in the head with a shotgun. Mayhem.
They're gonna make a movie of it. They've made a movie of it. It's called Lords of Chaos. Their name is Mayhem. His name was Dead. I've got it on my phone on my YouTube playlist. Their album Dawn of the Blackhearts, which came out in '95. So a little history behind this Norwegian black metal band, Mayhem. They were one of the second wave of black metal to come out of like the Scandinavian states and countries rather, and their lead singer's name was Dead. Their I think drummer's name was Count Grishnak. They had a guitarist named Euronymous, and then the bass players, the name is escaping me. But Dead actually blew his brains out with a shotgun. Euronymous came over to his house, saw that Dead had blown his brains out with a shotgun, took a bunch of pictures of it because he happened to have a camera, and took bone fragments from his missing face and made a skull, made a necklace out of it. He fashioned them into a little necklace.
Yeah, and
I guess like the world's most grim puka shell necklace, I guess.
Dude, that's fucked up. And then they used those pictures he took as their album cover.
That's the name of their first album, Dawn of the Blackhearts. It is interesting enough. Also, Count Grishnak, the drummer or the bass player, whatever he was, he stabbed Euronymous in the chest, killing him, and he only got 27 years because in their country, 27 is the maximum sentence for any crime.
What?
Oh, wow.
They also used to burn down churches. Not like new churches or churches' chickens, but...
that's funny because I was thinking the same thing.
I was thinking about churches' chickens.
We have to clarify for the people that are in San Antonio.
That's true.
Churches is a San Antonio-based business from the 50s.
And so is Bill Miller's, goddamn. Or it's Bill Miller. It's not Bill Miller's.
No, it's Bill Miller. Yeah,
it's Bill Miller.
Oh, I've been corrected several times.
Dude, you best believe, like, if I say Bill Miller, People are like, you mean Bill Miller's?
No, Bill Miller.
No, it's Bill Miller.
Yeah, it's Bill Miller. It's Bill Miller Barbecue.
Yeah,
there's no fucking apostrophe on their sign.
No, but I hear Bill Miller's. But anyway.
Yeah, so they used to burn down these like centuries-old churches. And they weren't the only ones. Another band that I can think of that used to do it from the Scandinavian countries in the 90s was Emperor. They were... And the funny thing... Okay, like I love metal. I love all kinds of music. Like you said you love metal. You've listened to some black metal, I take it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, are you familiar with any black metal? Okay,
No,
get this.
I don't doubt
so
that.
black metal is supposed to be black as in black magic, black arts, the blackest of night. You know, it could be any kind of symbology, but it always means something ominous and evil. So a lot of black metal is actually just satanic heavy metal. Really fast. It sounds like a lot of...
Is that a higher step than like Slipknot or would you put them up there?
No, Slipknot's not even metal to me.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not.
I mean, to me, they still fall under the whole new metal category that's been around since like the mid-late 90s.
I think of it as rock.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
Not like, I mean, because like when I hear Metallica, especially now.
Oh, God,
so yeah, okay. So like when people say, oh, well, you know, like, oh, when was it? What year was it that Coldplay beat out Metallica for the best rock album? And I was like...
Was it like...
It wasn't that long ago, and I mean, not that long as in between like 5 to 8 years or so, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, Coldplay beat out Metallica for... What the fuck? Did I go into like an alternate universe? Like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I swear to God, dude, it's like, what? It's like, what the fuck happened here?
I don't know. I mean, just...
It's just so strange. I don't know, but I mean, but going back a little bit just to like talking about punk about punk music for a little bit, but it's just like the whole punk scene is just kind of like what you were saying. There's no blueprint for punk. That's what makes it punk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And yourself is the blueprint.
Exactly, but
how you are.
But however, just like with any subculture. You're gonna have these people that are almost what do you call it? Like almost like radicalist.
Yeah, like militant people.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I've got a friend named Santos. I love him dearly. He's knock on wood, man. Great guy.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Never said anything bad about the guy. He's never said anything bad about me. And I've seen this dude like destroy people verbally over the years because they're not punk enough.
Because not punk enough.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
You fucking listen to this? What are you, a little bitch? Fucking only little bitches listen to...
That's this dude's
song.
Listen to Good Charlotte. No, but you know
while he's jamming out to Simple Plan in his truck.
You go fuck yourself.
Wearing a Metallica shirt.
Bag of ring. So no, but let me ask you this: is that guy a vegan?
No, fuck no.
That's so because you know what So I found I recently, when I mean recently, again probably in the past within the past 10 years. What I mean by recent.
Yeah, that's recent.
But I stumbled across.
When was the last time you worked out, Bobby? Oh, recently.
No, dude, the fuck yeah, recently, right? Well, you know what? When was the last time I did work out? What is this? 2019.
Yeah.
So when did
2010 maybe?
2000. Wait, when did I meet Dell? 2000. So yeah, around 2011. About 2011, 2012.
That's still recently in Bobby's spectrum.
Yeah, I'm not in 2020 yet, so we're good.
Anything in 2008, you're...
Yeah,
okay.
we're good.
It's a long time.
So, and then when 2020 hits, he's going to go, oh, it's been a while since.
Yeah. I mean, obviously. I mean, like, you know, what's funny is like I've been working on this bit about me trying out, or actually auditioning for the 600-pound live show.
Oh, I've seen that.
but we actually, you know, here in a little bit, I do want to talk comedy here.
Yeah, no worries.
So with but yeah, again, like with these like little subculture people, they're so militant, and I recently kind of came across the whole straight edge scene.
Oh God, damn.
Yeah, which and again, I'm not trying to say anything bad about the straight edge guys.
Oh, straight edge.
Yeah, it's so you take punk rock, okay, and then you throw in, and again, I'm just paraphrasing for people out there. You take punk rock,
because I just know straight edge as like no drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, you take punk rock and you take all the fun shit out of it.
Yeah, exactly. You take this, and then but not only do you take all the fun shit out of it, you throw in veganism, and
some people do.
Okay, so this is what I had been schooled on the whole straight edge thing, was that you're not straight edge. This is what I've been told.
Okay.
That you're not straight edge if you are not vegan, 100% vegan. And on our last podcast that we had, again, like I said, we had a guest here who was former vegan.
Right.
And he even explained, he goes, look, to be vegan, it's not just what you consume. It's what you wear. It's what you use for like he even said, down to brushing your teeth. Yeah, what are you using to brush your teeth, right? So I was told that you had to be 100% full on vegan, right? You had to subscribe to this culture of, I guess, what you would look at as, I guess, I don't want to say like traditional punk rock, where you're wearing.
You can say it that way.
Yeah, where you're.
So, are you singing or speaking about veganism in your music, or you're
just? Some of them sing about veganism.
Oh, okay, because I could see maybe like your clothes and stuff like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, but again, they would look like they're wearing like all like the leather jackets and stuff or whatever, but it wasn't leather, obviously.
It wasn't leather.
No. But of course, they had like the piercing from the nose to the ear. They had all the tattoos and the spike hair and all the stuff.
Yeah, which was just funny because I found out recently that pretty much every shade of black, when it comes to tattoo ink, has charred animal bone in it. So
that's fucking awesome.
Fuck you, vegans. How about that?
That's badass. So now that's pretty fucking metal if you think about it.
That is metal.
No.
That is metal.
No, I can tell you how stupid I am. This is how much of a fucking nerd I am. So I had gone to the doctor one time, again recently, for some heart problems. Anyway, so I went to the doctor, and the nurse was hooking up all the heart monitor things to me.
Yeah.
And she goes, I need you to remove everything that's metal. And I told her, I said, I am metal. What the fuck? Dude,
I guess I'll be leaving now.
Exactly, dude. Like, she looked at me, dude, like I fucking just punched a fucking preemie in the face.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
This is why I don't like some nurses.
Yeah.
I used to work at a pharmacy, and some of those nurses are just cunts. I mean, I hate to use that term. I don't like using that term. It's very reserved term for me. But
on the Huevos and Podcast Ketchup, that's actually part of our dictionary.
Is it part of the lexicon?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's fine. But so speaking of jokes, again, I want to get into stand-up, and this is what I want to talk about because I love stand-up. I haven't necessarily done stand-up in quite some time. I recently did a show this past July.
Okay.
For Nick the Mailman.
I've been out of the comedy scene for several years, so I don't even know who some of these new people are.
Yeah, well actually, he's been around a while. He actually promotes new comics and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
He messaged me on Facebook, and he's like, Bobby Mack, because I did a show with him and Jade Esteban, who was one of the...
Oh, yeah, Jada, was his last name Estrada?
Yeah, Estrada, yeah.
He's
so...
like the fancy lad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but dude, he's fucking hilarious.
I've heard he's good.
Oh, god damn it, he's so funny. And so he asked me, he goes, hey, would you want to work with Jade again? And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't touched a mic in probably like a year and a half, almost 2.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, yeah, come on. So I was actually middling. So there was an opener, and then there was me.
Okay.
I featured, and then of course the headline.
Nice.
Was Jade. So, and when I went there, and I hadn't done stand up like I said in a while, and fucking hey, dude, it felt so goddamn good. Just the laughs that I got, and then it just my wife is the biggest hater of my comedy. She's the biggest hater. She tells me, I was like, "You're not funny." She's like, "You're not funny," and I'm like, other people think I'm fucking hilarious. Are you kidding? So I'm like, but she went to the show and she told me afterwards, she was like, that was fucking funny. And so, yeah, it was
funny, man.
Thanks, man. And again, coming from the lead singer of Drink Fight Thugs, that just fucking is the shit. Well, I'm sorry. I don't care. I think it's the shit.
I'll ask you, how did you feel when you were up there?
Dude, it felt fucking great. It
felt kind of like your version of a punk show.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's great. Like, I remember having you on a show. We were at Joe Savi's, and it was the one where you had the mugshot picture.
James Brown story.
Dude,
I love that story.
I don't know if you could have, I don't know if you heard me.
I probably did.
Okay, if you heard me or not. There was, for some reason, there was like 2 or 3 people kind of laughing, pretty, and then I'm sitting in the back, I'm fucking howling, dude. Jesus Christ. I'm literally in tears as soon as you pull that fucking picture. God damn it.
You know what I love best about that joke is that I even knew like I didn't know, like, you can map out the blueprint, you've written jokes, you can map out the blueprint of a joke or a song or whatever, but you never know how anything is going to play out until you actually
Exactly.
road test it. But I knew with this joke, because the whole James Brown mugshot thing happened so long ago.
Yeah.
Do you know were you at that show?
I don't. I'm
So
I'm thinking about it, and I can't remember any of
for the
it.
listeners. So I was dating this black girl, and
And she listened to black metal?
no, she wasn't. She was actually into Striper and Christian metal.
Really? No.
She was into white metal.
Really? White
No,
metal?
I wish.
White only
That would
metal.
be crazy if she was.
That'd be
The
pretty
black
fucking
girl
cool.
in the black metal would be awesome though.
That'd be pretty fucking
But
cool.
yeah, I was dating this woman, and we're hanging out at my house, and from the hallway, my roommate's cat comes walking in, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me you had a cat." I was like, "Well, you never asked." So she goes, "Well, I'm allergic to cats." I was like, "Oh shit, well, let's," not trying to pull a move. I was just like, "Let's go watch TV in my room then." Not thinking that when I'm at work for 8, 9, 10 hours a day,
The cat's
Madonna lays in my room all day.
Your cat's name is Madonna.
My roommate's cat, yeah.
Fuck,
My
dude,
friend's cat.
God damn it, I am so jealous.
She's such a whore, too.
Dude, that's badass.
She's a fucking diva.
I got this fucking dyke of a dog over here. God damn. Anyway, but yeah.
She fits the theme.
Yeah, she
We're all
does.
gay tonight.
Yeah, we're all gay tonight, Tipsy.
And then she comes over. You came out? Come on over.
Yeah, she came
But,
out. Go ahead.
So she's like, "Oh, well, we need to, I said, "Look, let's just go to my room." And thinking to myself, "Oh shit, wait, the cat's in there like all the fucking time." So she's fucked.
Yeah.
And my bedroom had a bathroom, and she goes into the bathroom, and she's like, I just hear, "Oh my God," come out of the bathroom, and I was like, "What's wrong?"
Your cat took a shit in the bathroom, right?
No, she started getting allergic to the cat
Oh, shit.
air and danger or whatever was in the fucking air. And I said, I knocked on the door. I said, "You might." She didn't shut it all the way. I said, "Hey, do you mind if I come in?" She goes, "Don't look at me. I look bad." I said, "It's not going to bother me. What do you, just, you're fine." Well, what had happened is she had really short hair, and she had worn a wig to my house. So I'm peering through like the crack in the door, and I see this wig on top of the toilet tank, and I'm like,
Did you know she was wearing a wig?
well, once I saw it,
Oh, okay.
I did not know until then. It looked very natural, by the way. It really did. It fooled me.
Which is actually kind of rare, because sometimes you see these motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, and you're like, "Oh fucking
No.
Ronald McDonald, fuck your mother."
Dude, God damn it, dude! Like some of them are just unbelievable, dude. It is
No,
fucking crazy.
Christ.
It is unbelievable.
Puns, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, the pun at the Huevos and Ketchup podcast. Go ahead.
So I said, "Look, just let me in. Everything's fine." And so she goes, "Well, don't laugh at me." I said, "I won't laugh at you." She turns around, and because she pulled her wig off, the little bitty hairs in the front of her head were sticking straight up, and her face looked like I'd punched her.
Oh,
Like, her face was so swollen, like her eyes were really bad, and they were just red. And at that moment in time, all I could think is, I didn't tell her this, but I was like, Jesus Christ, you look like James Brown mugshot. So I did this joke where I tell this story in great detail about how she was allergic to cats, and I go saying that it's a fucking death trap, my room, and then I drop the punchline. I'm like, and she looked just like James Brown's mugshot, and I hurt Bobby. I'm pretty sure I had to.
Dude, you had to, because I was fucking howling.
And I heard a few people laugh, and that's exactly what I knew was going to happen. I was like, you know what? Because once they see this thing, they're going to fucking remember. So I had blown up the picture of James
I wasn't
Brown's
there.
mugshot.
Dude, he brought to the show a fucking giant blow-up.
It was like 2 by 3 feet. It was big. And I fucking borrowed my mom's easel so I could set it up before I went on stage. And I said, and for those of you who don't know what James Brown's mugshot looks like, and I revealed it, and everybody fucking goes crazy.
Dude, it's just so fucking funny, dude. And for me, it was just the fact that he brought this giant blow-up picture of fucking James Brown's mugshot.
It was a lot of money at Kinko's. Fuck Kinko's, man. That place was shit.
Dude, fuck Kinko's.
I was like, hey, can I get this picture blown up? The picture's like a normal.
What was it on? Like the.
What I did is I just went to Dollar Tree and I bought some cheap ass foam core board because it's only $1 there, and I just taped it on the one and then I had the other one in front of it.
Oh, okay.
And it was set up on stage because I think I was first that night, first or second. So I went up on stage.
I think you were second that night, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because it was Brian.
It was a good lineup.
Brian, yeah, it was a good lineup.
It was a good lineup.
Brian, I think, was first. Brian Brown.
Yeah, it was Brian Powell, you.
Was that the one I missed?
Is that the one with Jeff Stone?
Yes.
Jeff Stone's a good comedian.
Yeah,
I like him.
yeah.
Was that the one where you came to borrow the camera from
Fuck, I don't even remember.
when the whole thing happened over there?
Dude, I don't even fucking remember. Oh. But I remember, but that was a badass show. That was a good
all the
show.
shows that I did with you at Just Hobbies were really fun.
Oh, dude,
I loved them all.
Dude, especially with that last one that we did. I don't know if you remember.
The one that I hosted?
Yeah, the one that you hosted.
No, I dropped it. I dropped the ball in the beginning, but then I picked it up, and then I started doing callbacks, and I was like, all right, cool.
That was good. It was good. But I'll tell you what, man, like, again, like, for people who don't do stand-up, or who've never done it, who've never tried it, whatever, it is one of the most unnerving things.
I fucking hate being on stage doing
Jesus.
stand-up. No, I love it.
It's so unnerving when you first get up there. Because I remember, like, when I first started doing open mics down at... I first did them downtown.
Oh yeah, you know that place is closed now.
Yeah,
they closed the Improv. It was River Center Comedy Club.
Not anymore. It's gone.
Yeah,
it's fucking gone. And like
it should have been gone years and years ago. To tell you the truth.
Hey,
never did that well.
No, it didn't. And then I remember going on stage there for the open mics, and goddamn, dude, like I couldn't get anybody to laugh.
And it's harsh because that was like one of the worst mics in town too. I did it a handful of times over the time that I did anything comedy related, and fuck, because you get nothing but people who are drinking, who decide to go to a comedy club and drink at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday.
The thing. Sign up, or what was it? I remember when I first started doing it, the show started at 3 p.m. Mm-hmm. 3 p.m. on a Saturday.
Okay.
And then they moved it to like 5:30.
Yeah.
Which it was still just as bad because nobody's going to want to, like, who the fuck in their right mind is going to go, hey, honey, I know we're in town visiting your sister for this in this beautiful San Antonio city, but let's go watch some comedy. Let's go watch some open mic comedy. Nobody would go. Like, it was weird.
Yeah, I never understood you having to, like, at the LOL, having to go over there by 4 to sign up.
Oh, that place has gotten worse. You know that?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Now they started this like 3-4 years ago, something like that. That's when I just said, fuck it. I stopped. Now they do what's called a showcase. A showcase is kind of like they do, y'all familiar with the Blind Tiger Comedy Club?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a showcase is just like, more like a closed open mic.
Okay.
It's like, look, Ray, Bobby, Frankie, I see you guys doing the open mics. You guys want to do the showcase for me? And it'll just be like, who I think, works hard in the comedy scene or whatever. Well, they start doing these, and then the open mic doesn't start until like 9 o'clock. As it was, when the open mic started at 8 o'clock, I would get there and sign up. Sometimes I wasn't going on until like 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
Dude,
two people.
If I didn't get there, if I didn't get there by 4:45.
Yeah, he was getting on at what, like 11?
No,
or 9 or 10?
You would always try and go on a little earlier because you're a professional at the time.
Yeah. And so, like, I would try to get on anywhere between 8 and 9 o'clock, but I had to be there at 4:45 just to, and of course they would always tell me, oh, Bobby, sign up isn't until 5:30. I know, but if I'm not here at this time, I'm already in line behind like Anthony Torino, Jay Wycott, and all these guys, you know what I mean?
The only thing that would really piss me off about the open mic at the LOL is that sometimes I would get there at 5:15 and there's already 30 names on the list. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't run into 30 of you motherfuckers on the way to the club.
People would sign other people in.
Yeah, I know, and then I got told that I couldn't. I couldn't be signed up by anybody else. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, they're so...
It's not a boys club.
No, seriously, they're such tight asses over there. And then, of course, it took me a while to find out.
Right.
But, like, they're such tight asses. Like, you have to be... And again, I'm not in any way, shape, or form dissing at all.
Oh, no, me either.
Yeah, but like I said, like, you have to be, like that Jay Wycott, and you have to be Anthony Torino. You have to be these guys in order to just pretty much do what you want there.
So there's there's politics in.
Yeah.
There's politics.
Dude, there is crazy,
but real bad politics and sometimes in comedy.
Yeah, because I can tell you, like, even at open mics, I've been to open mics where I've seen the same guys go over and over and they kill. And they're fucking hilarious. But you know what? Not one of those guys. And I was in the comedy scene for, like, I was going hardcore for probably about 3 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years, and not one of those guys, not one had said, "Hey, guess what, man? I finally got. Hey, I'm gonna get to open for so and so." You know,
well, even the politics result, even the hosting duties for Laugh Out Loud, were it was like a laundry list of things. Like, so you have to pound the open mics at the comedy club in order for the manager of the club, Jeff, fuck that fucking British fuck. Oh, your timing isn't right tonight. Oh, shut the fuck up. You're not Gordon Ramsay. Only one cool British person in this fucking world. And that's, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Hell's Kitchen lately.
That's a badass fucking show. No, that's badass fucking show.
But even with hosting, so you have to pound, like I said, you have to pound the pavement, go to all the open mics. You could be, this is how badly it was. I was so like enamored with trying to get hosting duties that I actually went, and this is God's honest truth, the day my father died, I went to an open mic because he died on a Tuesday.
Dude, I
died on a Tuesday night.
I think I remember
that.
I
was there.
I think I remember you telling
me. I smoked weed with somebody right out in the smokers area.
Yeah.
And I did horribly, which I knew I was going to do, but I needed to show Jeff that I was ready to do it. And I never got hosting duties because I never got that good for Laugh Out Loud. But also, get this. You have to do X amount of clean minutes. I think it's 10, I think is what Jeff would say. Jeff and Rubone. Rubone was cool. Rubone always liked me. Ruben?
Yeah.
Heavier set.
Oh, yeah.
Gentlemen?
Like your material had to be clean?
Yeah, you have to have 10.
I thought they had you like fucking cleaning tables.
I'll clean tables, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, you have to have like 10 minutes of clean material for comedy. And the thing that always got me the worst is and I don't know if this was a real rule or not, but you can't be funnier than the headliner.
Oh,
well, I can't.
I could see that.
I'm sorry,
not that it's right.
I'm not going to write a joke, and the punchline is like, and I got kicked in the balls. If I know that's going to get a good laugh, I'm going to stick with the joke that gets me kicked in the balls.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go, you know what? I don't think they're going to want this because it's funnier than what Pauly Shore's bringing through. Pauly Shore's just another name I pulled out of here.
I like that, Pauly Shore. But no,
he actually put on a good show. I saw him.
I heard he's hilarious. And you know what? Last night,
it was very sad to say that I saw Pauly Shore and liked him. Yeah,
that's badass. I mean,
I like his movies, but we real quick because we've gone into this a couple times about how we like some comedians in movies and how we dislike their stand-ups.
Yeah.
Who are your who are like your favorite stand-up comedians?
Yeah, you know what, dude? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
I don't think you. Yeah.
No.
So, I always liked Sam Kinison. Louis C.K.'s cool. Yeah.
George Carlin.
Yeah, I like George Carlin. Mm-hmm. He had really good social commentary, regardless of what tangents he went on. He always had really good social commentary. One thing that I'm sure I'll catch hell for, and probably even from you, I don't like Bill Hicks.
No.
I don't think he was Carlin-esque when it came to his diatribes too on stage. But most of the time he just sounded like he was complaining all the time. At least with George Carlin had like, this is why they crucified Jesus, and he'd come up with like 10 different reasons. Well, no reason to be annoyed. He just gave you 10 different reasons why Jesus was crucified.
Well, see, like, and for me, the difference between someone like Hicks and Carlin is that Carlin's comedy, things he said are timeless.
Yes.
They are timeless. You can look back at a stand-up that he did, like Jammin' in New York.
Mm-hmm. I was just watching that.
Yeah. You can watch that, and you can apply more than half of the shit he says to 2019.
I think the only thing that I can think of that you probably can't really apply to George Carlin too much anymore is the 7 words.
Oh, yeah.
Because now we can say shit, piss, tits, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cock, sucker, motherfucker, and tits. We can say like 3 of those words on TV now.
Yeah.
Oh, asshole is another word, but that's
Yeah.
not one of his 7 words. But yeah.
But you can. So, but I mean, like, it's just, see, for me, it's timeless. Bill Hicks, I'm not a big fan of Bill Hicks.
His was more like topical of the times. It wasn't like you said, more timeless like George Carlin. Like George Carlin speaks about issues that are going to be issues in fucking 50 years.
Yeah. Exactly. Like it's. I mean, again, just for me, that's why I like Carlin so much, is because his stuff is, for me, it's just timeless. And then, of course, mine, or Louis C.K. Mm-hmm. He's probably one of my top ones because I started watching him. I started watching him back in 2006
because I gave you the DVD.
Yeah, sorry, 2006, probably. Yeah,
it was from Lucky Louie. Did you watch
that? I remember that show.
Oh, I fucking love that show.
I don't think we needed to see his penis as much as we did on that show.
No, we didn't, and I don't think those other ladies did either. No. But
I'm sure they didn't. No, some of them may have liked it, but just went with the crowd.
Yeah, I mean, he just, whatever.
This lesbian says that she... What's her name? Tig Notaro?
Yeah.
She's not a good comedian.
No, she's not.
I'm sorry. She's a funny actress.
Yeah.
She's a good comedic actress, but she's not a good comedian.
No. That I agree with. But for me, again, like, I look... Because I grew up when I was young. When I grew up watching...
I can't stand this guy. Say it.
Eddie Murphy?
Oh, okay. Well, I can't stand. I don't like his stand-up. I like his stand-up.
Really?
I don't.
Have you ever seen Eddie Murphy Raw?
I can't get into it.
Have you ever seen Delirious?
No, I haven't.
Delirious is the one where he's in the red jumpsuit. He talks about Mr. T being gay.
Okay, that's the one I saw. I can't get. That's the one. I can't get into that one.
Talks about Ralph Cramden being gay too.
Oh Jesus!
He doesn't great Jackie Gleason.
Oh, no, I thought you were gonna say.
I know that you know that I want you to fuck me in the ass.
Tipsy, get down.
No, I thought you were gonna say Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I am gonna say Richard Pryor.
I don't like him either.
Well, because
I liked his acting better than his comedy.
Yeah.
Because look, this is the thing, and this is what I was trying to explain to people. If you go back and watch a Richard Pryor stand-up now, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? This ain't shit."
Yeah.
It's not, well, I shouldn't say it ain't shit, but you'd be like, "This really isn't that funny." I mean, he's not that funny, whatever. Because when I saw it, you have to remember, it was like,
I know.
It was for the times.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, you look at that and you're like, fucking Christ, this dude's out of his mind. Like, it was so funny. I mean, again, for that time.
He lit himself on fire, freebasing.
Jesus Christ. And I remember that too, yeah. And it's just fucking, I don't know. For me, it was hilarious. But there's a lot of comics that, like, I can't really stand, like Gabriel Iglesias. I'm not saying he's a bad guy or anything like that.
I like him.
You know what I mean? It's just that, and like George Lopez. Again, not that George Lopez is a bad guy or he's a shitty comedian. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like the last 3 that I've seen of his stand-up specials.
They're too political?
It's not even that they're too political. For me, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's the same thing over and over.
But I think that's what people, I mean, a lot of the people that go and see it, that's what they kind of want to.
But I mean, expect more of the same. They see in this. Okay, so when I was doing comedy, I always used to equate being in comedy as like being in a band. Like there's a lot of similarities, and that's what people who go to see George Lopez or Gabriel Iglesias want to see. They just want to see, oh, fluffy, blah blah.
They want to hear that the cop and donut joke all the time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They want to hear that woman's voice that he does, and then
all the little quotes.
These people, okay, it's like these people are expecting Aerosmith every single time, but they can't get Aerosmith every single time because if that makes any sense.
No. You know what? It does, and you know what? Now that you say it that way, I see what you're saying because it's so funny. My wife and I just went to go see Aaron Lewis this last Friday.
Oh yeah.
Great fucking. Dude, great fucking show.
I heard he puts on a hell of a solo effort, man.
Dude, it was him and his guitar, and it was the shit. Yeah, it was good. But it's so funny because like you hear people out in the crowd, they're like, "Play Mud Shovel!" No, he even said, that's so funny. He's on stage. He goes, "If you fucking tell me to play Mud Shovel one more fucking time," it's like Jesus, dude. But yeah,
that's how it is. It's like,
you want to see Aaron Lewis and you want to hear Stained.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I mean, his country music is, hey, you know, it is what it is.
I've heard it's okay.
It's you know.
I've heard his solo shit's like him like solo live.
No, yeah. So him live was badass. His music albums, I'm not down. I mean,
everybody's
no. But you know, and even we can relate that to last night, as a matter of fact, Ray and I went to go see
Paul Rodriguez.
Paul Rodriguez.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, and it's funny because the guy that opened for him. Sorry, dude.
Oh hell no!
And again, I can't talk shit because I bombed. I'm not that great of a comedian either, but
I bomb eventually.
Yeah.
Some of us more than
No,
others.
what we both didn't understand is, my family that went to go see the show the night before,
Yeah.
they came in raving about the show, saying it was so hilarious, it's all relatable, and then we get there and we're just like,
yeah, and I'm watching this guy and I'm just like.
I started reading the damn email card that they had there because it was that boring.
Yeah, like I read the menu 6 times.
Damn.
Dude, it was.
There's not that much on the menu.
No, there's not. Man. Fuck no. There's no. Which is fucked up.
It's like
Okay.
water.
No, so
That's all we have.
Dude, if you go to LOL, you got to watch out for. I don't remember what the fuck her name was. She looked pregnant.
I think
don't
started
know
with
if
an
she
H.
was
I
or
don't know
not.
what it was.
Yeah, but she comes over and she's like, "Okay, so what can I get y'all to drink?" And I'm like, I'll take a Coke and can I get some chicken tenders and what?" She goes, "Well, actually, we don't have."
So here's the
tenders."
thing.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing. We don't have chicken tenders. I'm like, okay.
I fucking hate that term.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And then she goes into this harangue of of now that you have to buy there's a 2-drink minimum. But no. Don't forget, she sits down at our table and then
she was pregnant. She needed to get off her feet.
but then she starts telling us, "Oh, well, the people that own this place now, let me tell you."
They used to own the one in Dallas, and
Yeah.
they blah blah
They-
blah.
New owners of the LOL?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so they own the Dallas Improv, the Houston Improv, and so now they own LOL. But the thing is now, so what they really want us to do, and I've been working all day,
Right.
so I've been here since blah blah blah, and oh my god, let me tell you,
And we don't enforce it, but now we have to, and blah blah blah.
She gave us this fucking 2-hour-long story just to get us to buy 2 items.
Let's get the Jesus Christ. That's horrible. Let's get one thing straight though. Okay, I don't need to gatekeep. I don't need to be like the gatekeeper for fucking like hard jobs or whatever. But I'm sorry, being a server at a comedy club should not be that hard. You're working maybe 3 or 4 hours a night.
No, maybe.
Split up with a break in between. Yeah, you have to clean off tables in between that, but there's always at least an hour break between the shows on Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night.
Yeah.
And each show is only, unless of course it's like Carlos Mencia, which I heard that dude fucking rips off jokes, but
Yeah.
he goes on for like 3 hours sometimes.
Oh, Paul Rodriguez is almost.
Oh my god, dude!
Which that's fine. Go on for as long as you want, but
But captivate.
No.
Captivate your audience.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna disagree with that because last night Paul Rodriguez, he came out, he was pretty funny. He was pretty funny probably about the first like half hour.
okay.
It was pretty funny. And then it just fucking drifted off into this nothing. And then it was so bad.
I think it was also the audio. I think maybe their stuff is all kind of old because when him and the first guy were talking, it was kind of muffled.
That might have been shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because I know that they have a sound booth.
yeah, they do. It's probably that glass.
It's where okay, so you've been in a Laugh Out Loud, so when you walk in and it's like the little open mic area. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, the wall where you go into the comedy club, the big show place, it's actually on that wall. It's just there's like a little light above there for them to show the comedians, and then the sound booth in there.
Well, he didn't get that light. I'll tell you that much. He didn't get that because, dude, he went off.
Should've.
Dude, and then like it was so bad that there was this guy that was sitting up front. This old guy. Dude, he was knocked out. He was just
asleep.
I saw a guy type Bobby. I was like, hey, look at the old guy's over there. He's asleep.
Dude, he's asleep.
And he was in the front, like he's the first
dead center
person
front.
in front.
And he didn't say
Dead
anything
center,
about this dude
front row.
No, he didn't say anything. And we sat dead in the front on the side of the stage. Like I could reach out there.
Best.
Yeah,
it's always best to sit on the side,
Dude,
laugh out loud, or in the back.
Yeah, it was good. I mean,
if not, you're fucking prime candidate for
dude. We
comedians.
got seriously.
That's exactly why I didn't want to sit there. But he was like, but it was all right.
Oh no, where y'all were was fine. Like, they don't never, unless they're one of those comedians that likes to walk around a lot on stage.
Well, I assumed he would.
You're not gonna get fucked with too much if you're even if you're like right at the front. If you're on the side of the stage, you're not gonna get really fucked with.
No, you're not. But
it's those 2 or 3 tables that are right there at the middle.
But he didn't say shit. And then,
oh my God.
And then that old man was with this little Hispanic dude that had long hair, like he looked like a little troll, and he was in a wheelchair, and all that stuff, right? Okay, so in the middle of the show,
He wasn't a troll because he was in the wheelchair, but he
No, he looked like a troll.
He just
I'm sorry. In a wheelchair.
So no,
I was like, fix it.
I don't want to. I don't want to sound mean, or and say people in wheelchairs are trolls. Some of you might be, but the thing is that this guy looked like a troll in a wheelchair, and
it still sounds bad.
I know.
Does his bridge have access with the wheelchair ramp?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
No. So
it must suck to be a troll if you're in a wheelchair.
Dude, seriously, I know it's terrible, but he made it to the show, and dude, mid-show, I'm not fucking making this up. Mid-show,
it was like 2/3, but yeah.
He pulls out of an HEB bag. I'm not kidding. Out of an HEB bag, a picture of what I can tell is himself.
You can tell because of the hair. It was
it was a picture of himself.
Right.
In the middle of the show, Paul Rodriguez is doing his thing, and he pulls this thing out, right? He pulls a picture of himself, takes out a fucking Sharpie, and starts writing fucking... At first I tell him, like, well, maybe he's just, like, writing down a memo. Maybe he's journaling or something. I don't know. Well, then, okay. And then
he just did it so smooth. He just... Like,
yeah. And then he reaches back in the bag and pulls out one of those protective sleeves, but not the nice ones. It's the one that, like, with the white edge that you put in, like, a trapper keeper or like a binder.
Those things are nasty.
Oh God. And then he puts his picture in there and he fucking hands it to Paul Rodriguez is mid-set. He's mid-set.
Paul Rodriguez is like 2 feet away from him, and everybody's in the back.
Dude, and he hands it to him like this, and Paul Rodriguez is like, what is this?
He's like, I'm working up here, right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm working, right? Well, then, just when you think it's over, right? You think, okay, well, that was weird. He goes back into his HEB bag.
Like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, right? And then he pulls out a picture of the old man that's asleep.
I think it's his dad.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know if it's dad or not.
Does he sign this picture?
Yeah, he starts writing too.
Well, and then it's not going to be worth anything online.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's not signed by the old man.
I know, exactly. Yeah, so now it's the old man's picture, and he fucking takes that and he starts signing it. He starts writing on it and shit. And then he puts it in another shitty sleeve, another one, and then hands it to him. He's like, what? Dude, like, I was expecting Paul Rodriguez to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? He doesn't. He said, here, I'm going to put it back on the table. I'm going to put these back on the table, and when I'm done, I'll take them. Well, the show finishes, and he fucking just walks off. He didn't fucking take them, right? And he's there holding the pictures.
Shit.
Dude, he's there holding the pictures like, here, take them.
No, and then Paul Rodriguez is like, here, just meet me in the back, and I'll get, all that stuff.
Dude, I was like, who the fuck does that? You go to get pictures and stuff from the performer. That's like me going, hey, you know what, Paul Rodriguez, check it out. Look, I'm Bobby Mack. Here's a
Huevos Ketchup podcast t-shirt.
Here's a t-shirt. Here's a mug, motherfucker. Here's a mug. Here's a mug. You got it. Which, by the way, guys, if you want your official Huevos and Ketchup podcast mug, go ahead and email us at hnkpodcast@gmail.com.
Or look in the trash cans.
Or that, or you can look in the trash cans either. Or check your local Goodwill. I am ready to go to Goodwill, and if those take off, I'm ready to see at least a couple of those out of Goodwill. I'm ready to see those out of Goodwill. You shit me, dude? Oh my God. So fucking great.
This is a pretty sweet coffee mug, though,
dude.
Thanks, man. It's perfect because I like to drink a fucking shitload of coffee.
That's badass,
and tea at work.
That's badass. Yeah, so every guest gets a free Huevos and Ketchup podcast mug when they come on. Frankie, let me tell you something, dude. I love you, man. I love having you on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
This is such a badass thing, dude. And so before we head out, you have a new band, right?
Yes.
And again, are you guys performing anytime soon?
We're hopefully going to have a show. Supposedly our first show is going to be February 16th, but I'm not even sure where the venue is yet.
Okay.
We've got about 7 songs right now.
Badass.
Yeah.
Well, whenever you get a date and time, message me so I can put that on the podcast because I want to get people out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay?
Thank you.
I definitely want to get people out there. So again, everybody out there in podcast land, thank you again for listening to the Huevos and Ketchup podcast. We love y'all out there. Keep listening, y'all. Frankie, again, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
That was really good.